Welcome. In this video, we're going to be talking about the downside to a law school scholarship. I'm Jarrett Stone. I'm the founder of Law Venture. And before diving into this video, I do want to direct your attention to the bottom in the description area where I will be posting freebies from this point on. That way you can just take a look at them, check them out, and then download them if you like them. I think they'll be very helpful. Okay, so let's kind of dive into the purpose of this video, the downside to a law school scholarship. I know that's a little bit of a plot twist because if you get a law school scholarship, you're typically cheering. But the problem is, maybe a year down the road, you might not be cheering. You might actually regret taking that law school scholarship. So why? The reason being, a lot of these law school scholarships are based on a contingency, right? You have to be maybe in the top 50% of your class or maybe the top 25% of your class. And more often than not, people think, okay, I've been fantastic as a student throughout my entire life, and this top 50, that's gonna be pretty simple. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of an issue, and that issue is a lot of law schools in their first year, they put you in sections, right? There's, let's say, 4 sections. And they put a lot of the people who are trying to be in the top 50 based on the contingent law school offer into the same section. So it makes that section very, very competitive. Each section has their own bell curve that's then applied to the overall bell curve of your class rank. And so you gotta, I guess, visualize a little bit the fact that if you are in section 1 and it's highly, highly competitive and you have everyone who has exceptional LSAT scores, exceptional GPAs, and just type A types of people, you have to know that section 1 is gonna be ultra competitive. I can't stress that enough. And let's say in section 1, you average a 93% on all your exams. We're used to thinking, okay, that's fantastic. But if everyone ended up getting a 94 or higher, it's gonna put you at the back of the bell curve on your section. Here's where it gets a little unfair. Let's say section 2, the average on the exam is like a 75, and you ended up actually being the high score had your 93 just been in section 2. Let's say same exact, exams across the board. Well, unfortunately, since you're in section 1, it doesn't really help you at all that your grades were higher than people in section 2, 3, and 4. And so overall, when you look at the bell curve for all your class members, that's gonna put you in the back of the bell curve. And that's most likely not gonna put you in the 50% or the 25% in order to keep your scholarship. So here's my recommendation. Weigh your options, figure out what kind of person you are, and figure out what kind of life you want to live as a law student, because it may just be more simple and just less stressful to renegotiate a scholarship offer, take less money, but make sure it's not contingent on anything. In fact, that'll free up not only your mental space, but it'll give you much relief, especially in an anxiety-filled law school environment. But it'll also free up your time, because it really requires a lot of work in order to stay in the top 25% or the top 10% of your class. It's a lot of studying, and it's a brutal grind. And that takes you away from maybe networking or meeting other people, finding mentors, or competing in competitions and doing things like that. Or just simply working out and maybe having some downtime in order to better execute on the next day. There really isn't an answer. It's all something for you to consider. But my recommendation would be take the less scholarship amount if it's, I guess taking away from the contingent factor, and then really focus on getting more money on years 2 and years 3, right? Just knock it out of the park year 1, do a lot of extracurricular activities, mentor, network, and then use everything you've accumulated to beef up that resume and apply for scholarships year 2, year 3, and then just get exactly the amount of money that you were attempting to get in the first place. I think if you take that approach, you'll be much better off, and more importantly, you'll be much happier with your law school career and just your law school lifestyle. So that's my big rant for the day, or maybe warning is probably a better way to put it. So if you're considering law school, or if you're considering law school offers, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and click that subscribe button, which I think is over here. And again, don't forget about the freebie below. See you in the next one.